Okay, so this is Lego Lord of the Rings on the PS Vita. It's free right now, PlayStation Plus in UK, Europe. I don't know about America. So I've played it for about, I don't know, half an hour, and I'm going to give you like first impressions, play 10-20 minutes of it. So essentially, it's basically the PS3 version with a load of features taken out and just less quality, essentially. Let's have a look here. So I'm at like a rest stop where it's basically free roam. As you can see, the frame rate isn't the greatest in the world in these parts, which is kind of weird. One thing I've known, the sound quality on the voices is kind of bad. It's kind of terrible. As you can see, like, the texture on his head isn't the best in the world. Obviously, the PS3 has worse graphics. But there's nothing really wrong with the game. It's basically just the limitations of the PS Vita. That's the only thing that's holding it back. There's a shop here where you can buy characters, like in the other Lego games. You know, stuff like that. You know, it's basically, you know, it's Lego Lord of the Rings. You know how it goes. You basically just go through all the movies. One thing I would say is that the cutscenes seem to end abruptly, like they seem like they've got 2 seconds cut off of them, which is kind of weird. So I just did the bit where you're trying to escape from the riders. I can't remember what they're called. I haven't watched Lord of the Rings in like 10 years. Or like longer. You can change between the 4 of them. And basically in these free roam bits, the rest points, basically you've got to do like little side missions, like fetch quests sort of as well. As you can see, the camera isn't the best. It seems really close to your character, and I reckon I know the reason for it. It's probably because the PS Vita can't handle it, so they need to make it so it's, you know, the camera's closer so you can't see much of the screen. Each of the hobbits have talents selected to them, and they can, you know, I think so. He can dig, he can plant seeds, and he can also light fires. One of these can fish, which is kind of weird. I don't even know what this is. It's funny. The PS Vita version seems to be a bit more combat orientated. The combat seems a little bit better, I guess. What do you want me to do? As you can see, you know, it's basically collect all the stuff. He digs, picks that up, does that, opens that.
Excuse me. Good evening, little masters. What can I do for you? We're friends of Gandalf the Grey. Can you tell him we've arrived? Gandalf? Not seen him for 6 months. What do we do now? What's that? I'm getting it. can't you?
So essentially, I've heard some people complain that you got the serious voice acting with the funny Lego stuff.
At all times they feel the presence of the ring.
I've heard people say it makes for an odd combination. Who can play as Aragon? I need to collect all those items. And this is maybe, I guess, a complaint, these parts, you know, where you got to do all these little fetch quests, the free roam bits. I believe they took the map out in the PS3 version. I believe there's a map that you can like travel, but maybe that's in the game, I don't know. Overall, I'd say it's fun. I wouldn't necessarily buy the PS Vita version. I'd go with the PS3 version because it's the superior one. If it was, you know, kind of a different game, it might have been cool to do like, you know, that Lego Lord of the Rings game that came out in 2011, War in the North. Might have been cool if they'd have made like the PS3 version was Lego Lord of the Rings and the PS3 version was Lego Lord of the Rings War in the North. You know, it could have been like the side story in Lego form. And you get spotted, you run away. Got no idea how to do that. It doesn't seem to let me pick it up, which is kind of odd. I would say there's, you know, Lego games you're supposed to build stuff. There's barely any building. You know, the Lego games recently seem to be going that route of, you know, not much building, which is kind of odd. Because that's what I remember a lot, building a lot of the, you know, had to constantly build. So what I mean by it can get annoying, these parts where you're just trying to run around, no idea what you're supposed to do. I would seem like I'm supposed to smash this, but I got no idea. Aha. See, he can set stuff on fire. And you know, at the end of the level, you know, it's basically the same as any other Lego game when you get the end of the level. It seemed like I gotta do something with this, but no idea. Or that, target. Aha. Pick that up, and you do quite a lot of this, picking up stuff and throwing it at targets. And now I got that. So now we have Aragon. I'm gonna put it there, I bet you. There doesn't seem to be any like touch mechanics, you know, like back touchpad or anything. Which might be a good or bad thing, you know. What is that? It's supposed to be a distraction. See, the animations don't look too bad. The Tars attacks.
Where are you taking us? Into the wild.
I mean, obviously, you know, when you beat the game, you get extra characters, and then you come back and do stuff like that, you know. So this is where the Lego City Undercover bit came from, doing this bit. So Lego City Undercover, this is where they got it. Interesting. I mean, it's nice that you get the PS Vita version. It would have been cool if you got cross-play, you know, cross-buy, you know. You can see, at the end of the level, you know, you get the character, get that, you know, just like in the other Lego games.
These are for you. Keep them close. I'm going to have a look around. Stay here.
Alright, so now the hobbits can do combat. I presume there'd be some combat then, you know, you think so. What are you doing? Fish. 4D. Now this seems to be maybe, I wonder if I reckon the PS3 version has this as well. But, you know, doing these little fetch quests, I don't know, you know, if that's, and you know, it seems a bit repetitive already, you know. But this hobbits are small enough to go through it. I'm pretty sure the hobbits can't. Ah! I didn't know hobbits could freaking climb cliff faces. Who is that? Is that Frodo? Apparently Frodo is sleeping. Apparently, Sam want to do something? Sam can pick it up and put it here. And then what? We jump on that, it goes flying up. Good thing freaking going in the water doesn't hurt you. So you get the main idea. You know, shame we couldn't get any combat, but that is basically Lego Lord of the Rings. That's the like you know, free roamy parts when you get to towns, and you know, this is like the puzzle stuff. The combat stuff you'll do basically right at the beginning of the game, so you'll get that anyway. And you probably played the combat stuff in the demo. But that is Lego Lord of the Rings. It's pretty fun. You know, it's basically, I would go with the PS3 version because it's basically the same, but with you know features that are taken away because the PS Vita can't handle it. So yeah, you can get it now. PlayStation Plus. There's a demo for it in the UK, Europe, and yeah, it's fun. I guess I will probably keep playing it. It's actually kind of fun. There's nothing really wrong with it. Like I said, just held back by the PS Vita's limitations. So yeah.